All right, Shalom, Shalom, Akyam. All right, first and foremost, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. We want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Ruel. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the elect. All right, so you the real Jews, huh? That's what we entitled this lesson. So you the real Jews, all right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it like that in a facetious way because you're not the real Jews. All right? And we're going to prove that the so-called white man, all right, namely those fake Jews of the house of Amalek, all right, who you claim to be the chosen people, you don't fit any prophecies in the scriptures. All right? So without further ado, we're going to get Revelations, the 21st chapter.
All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power.
Yep, and before we get that, it's a lot. Revelations 21, and you can just start at the first verse.
At the first verse.
Come on.
All right, this book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth was passed away, and there was no more sea.
Yep.
And
the new heaven and the new earth. That's Jacob's world, man. The kingdom of Yahweh Shai. All right, our new kingdom, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans world, man. All right, go ahead.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Yep. Oh, it said New Jerusalem was coming out of heaven, which ultimately New Jerusalem was coming out of the chariots. Now, the fake Jews have claimed to already be in their homeland, right? Mm-hmm. When did that happen? Didn't we have TV back then in 1948? Mm-hmm. When did you see the Lord's chosen people with beards and long-ass sideburns coming from under them black hats descending from a chariot into Jerusalem, man? You know, it just don't fit the prophecies, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power.
All right, real quick, Revelation 20, you can skip to the 21st verse.
The 21st verse?
Yeah.
All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 21. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold.
Now, show me a street in Jerusalem that's made of pure gold. Mm-hmm. So, if you read the Revelation, it's so easy to dissect you fake Jews, man. But if you look at show me gates in Jerusalem that's made out of these precious stones.
They fit none of the prophecies, man.
You all fit none of the prophecies, man. They were showing an interview in Israel, interviewing those fake Jews, and the interviewer asked them how they feel about Yahweh Shai, which he asked them, I think, Jesus Christ, and they was like, F him. We don't follow that. So you all are not even subscribing to the whole Bible, man. All right, go ahead.
And it said, and the street of the city was pure gold, and it was as it were transparent glass. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord power almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it.
Now, in 1948, you all officially were attached back to Jerusalem, so to speak. Where did these other prophecies fall into place? When did these other prophecies fall into place? Because so many things are supposed to happen once the real Jews or the real Israelites reach Israel. You call yourself Israelis, okay? Is there more to that? That's it on that, bro. You get Isaiah 60 and 18?
60 and 18?
Come on.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60. Verse 18, it said, Violence shall no more be heard in thy land.
What's going on in Israel right now? It's a conflict between Israel and Palestinians, man.
So Israel and Iranians.
Israel and Iran.
Israelis and Hezbollah.
Yep.
You know, there's nothing but conflict over there, man. Because in 1948, I think Apostle Bar brought out how like 6 hours after they was so-called established as a city-state. You know, it was a war, man. You had tanks, you know, guns going off, man. You know, while they was actually doing the ceremony, celebrating, you know, those fake Jews going into the land, man. You heard guns in the background, man.
Because you all are not the real Jews. The so-called white people that you see over there, those so-called Israelis, so-called Jewish people, are not the real Jews according to the Bible. According to the Bible, to be a Jew meant you were from the tribe of Judah, of the nation of Israel. If you are from the tribe of Judah, who are your other 11 tribal brothers of the nation of Israel? Why don't these prophecies fit your existence? All right.
It said, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise.
When has that been fulfilled? That your walls and gates are called salvation and praise. Okay? Get Ezekiel 36 and 26. And if you had any precepts, feel free to bring it out.
All right, come on. Ezekiel 36 and 26.
Come on.
All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 26. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes.
Oh, the Most High said once the Israelites make it to Israel, he's going to take the stony heart, meaning he's going to take their stubborn spirit out of them and replace it with a fleshly spirit, a spirit where they naturally keep the law, statutes, and commandments. He said that I will cause them to what now?
He said, and I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them.
You should keep my judgments and do them. Is that being fulfilled right now in Israel? Because you have gay parades. In Israel, you have kosher pigs. So this is not being fulfilled right now. Real quick, Isaiah 26 and 20.
Isaiah 26 and 20.
God.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and 20. It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
I'm sorry, 26 and 10. So
26 and 10. Come.
Yeah. Because Ezekiel said, it said in Ezekiel that the Most High is going to put his spirit in Israel, and they're going to naturally keep his laws.
Come.
And that hasn't been fulfilled, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and 10. It said, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai.
Let favor be shown to the wicked, and he will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, he's still not going to learn it, man. The land of uprightness is Israel. He's been in Israel, and he still hasn't practiced the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. As a matter of fact, those Arabs that he's fighting Israel over, all right, they keep more laws than them, man. They keep more laws than Satan himself, who claims to be an Israelite. Those Muslims, those Arabs, Ishmael. Okay? You have something, bro?
I'll look for you. What do you want me to get, bro?
Isaiah 7 and 17.
Isaiah 7 and 17.
Yeah, proving to you describing what's going on right now. Yep, 7 and 17.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 7, verse 17. It said, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, shall bring upon thee, and upon thy people, and upon thy father's house, days that have not come.
So I go to Amos 7 and 17.
Amos 7, 17.
Yeah. Say.
Yeah, kind of good. Because a lot of people, you know, they'll say that they're the real Jews, you know, over there in the homeland, but they never bring out scripture to back it up, man.
God.
You know, they just use Esau paperwork, man. All right, going back to 1948, you know, but when we go through all the prophecies and the curses that show that we are the true Israelites of the Bible, you know, no one takes heed, man. You know, so at the end of the day, either the scriptures lying, you know, or the so-called white man lying, man. All right, this is the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 17. Therefore, thus said the Lord, Thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line.
Thy land should be divided by line. So we're showing you through the prophecies what's really going on. Our land is being divided by line as we speak between the so-called Israelis and those Palestinians, man, those Ishmaelites. Because they're not real Palestinians. We're the real Palestinians. All right, but those Ishmaelites, those Arabs, are fighting over our land. It's been divided.
And then it says, our wife shall be harlots, man. Because if you judge the women of our nation, all right, your mothers, your aunties, your wife, all right, in the ancient world, they would be considered harlots, man.
Yeah.
According to the ancient standard, all these women of our nation would be considered harlots, man. All right, you know your auntie been going to church 30 years, all right, she did some shit, and she will be considered a harlot in the ancient world, man. All of our kinswomen, man. You know.
Then it says our sons should fall by the sword.
Sons and daughters.
Sons and daughters. That's every day in any ghetto in America, man. Because the modern day sword is a gun. So every day, our sons and our daughters are being killed. We're nefariously known for having rest in peace T-shirts with our cousin with wings on them. A dingy shirt with our cousin with wings on them.
Yeah, rest in heaven.
Rest in heaven. Sunrise 1991, sunset 2018, man. Who else is that described? See, now we're showing you who the prophecies fit, man. All right.
And like you say, it prophesies about the land, man.
Yeah.
You know? And it says, and Israel shall surely go into captivity, fourth of his land, man.
Yep, fourth of his land.
Which means we'll be serving captivity outside of the land of Israel, man. All right, that never happened to you Amalekites, man. You know, that never happened. All right, you weren't spread across the four winds serving captivity, man. You know, you weren't brought to Babylon, all right, spiritual Egypt, which is America, to serve captivity, man. All right, you're the Edomite, the so-called white man. All right, is the king of Babylon, man. You know.
Zechariah 9:6. Did you have a precept, bro?
I get that Zechariah for you.
Okay.
You had Joel 3 on that.
I did not.
Okay, I get that. Zechariah 9:6.
All
right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
The point I wanted to highlight was that a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, man. All right? So, there goes. There's more proof that it's rats in our homeland. Okay, there's more proof that that you're the bastard. Bastard means that you're not the son of the Most High. All right. Yeah. So those Israelis are not the sons of the Most High. Go ahead, brother.
This just precept to bag you up. Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If you endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
And the Most High chastised us as a nation. Pursuant to Baruch, my son, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you. And so, you read the book of Baruch, it'll tell you that it was not for our destruction, but basically for our punishment. All right.
And it said, for what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? Because you read the book of Proverbs, it tell you that you'll chastise your son out of love, man. All right, to get wickedness out of him, man. And that's what has been going on with the nation of Israel. We are considered the Lord's firstborn, man. So Pops has been hard on us, man. Going back to the Egypt captivity all the way to this new Egypt captivity, man. All the captivities in between, man, that was the Lord chastening us, man. But this the point in verse 8. But if you be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons, man.
Yep, you want to break that down?
So-called white man, he has been doing this wickedness, and he hasn't been chastised at all, man. Everything he set his hands to, he has been prosperous, man. All right? Israel never prospered in this wickedness, man. All right? Because we will do wickedly, and then for a certain amount of time, we'll go into captivity under our enemies, man. But the so-called white man, he just been allowed to do wickedly and prosper, man. Because the Lord is not dealing with him as he did with his son, man. He's a bastard, man. Going back to the bastard that dwell in Ashdod, man. You Amalekites, you fake Jews, you Edomites, man.
You've been exposed. Now you have a book called Who is Esau Edom on Amazon for $4,000 when it went 10 years ago it was what $20-$30 because Esau doesn't want you to know the truth and he doesn't want the truth in the right hands, which the right hands would be an Israelite brother, man.
This the book of Joel chapter 3. I started at 3.
But you know what? We will say this one thing. You are mentioned in the scriptures, but not as the Jews, not as the Israelites. We're going to show you where y'all were mentioned in the scriptures in the book of Joel.
All right, this is the book of Joel, started 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which is talking about the whole 12 tribes, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, World War III, which is what brothers stay in tune to. All right, and see what moves Donald Trump is gonna make, Vladimir Putin is gonna make with Russia, because that's gonna be the punishment of the nations for putting Israel into captivity. Okay,
and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Yep. Oh, scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. Going back to what's that? Zechariah 9:6. Was it Amos 7:17? That land should be divided by line. All right.
And then you fake Jews, you know, you Amalekites, you gutter rats, you don't fit none of the curses, man.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm gonna go into a few curses, you know, and just show how y'all don't fit the curses, man. You know, and this is Deuteronomy 28. Trying to find about that basket.
Oh, cursed to be that basket in that store.
Come
on.
Okay, I see it. I started at 15, then I'll just read straight to 17. It said, it's Deuteronomy 28:15. It said, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. You know, so this was prophesied to happen to the children of Israel for disobedience, man.
So if the children of Israel got delivered back to their homeland in 1948, show me how the book of Deuteronomy 28, the 28th chapter, pertained to them prior to them going back to Israel.
It said, curse shall be thy basket and thy store.
Why most black businesses fail. All right, we did a lesson on that. All right, this don't pertain to you. Y'all worth $800 million, man.
800 trillion.
800. Salat, I stand corrected. 800 trillion. That's one family.
Yep. And then you got y'all own the major businesses, man. All right, they own Google. They own Hollywood. All right, they own the music industry, man. They own the media. All right,
you own the diamond district.
The gold.
Yeah.
All right, the price of gold, man, is regulated. All right, by you Amalekites, man. You know. So your basket is not cursed. Your store is not cursed, man. You know, you have nothing but increase, man. So you don't fit none of the curses that you didn't before 1948, man. You know. Get down to some more. This is Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna start at 44. I'm gonna start at 43. It said, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. You know, and y'all are in control of the economy. All right, you in control of the religions, man. You in control what get pushed out in the media, man. You know, y'all have gotten very high, man. You know, because you look at just the American dollar. I think one of like Iran's dollars don't even amount to 2 cents in America, bro. I was looking at the currency scales, man. Some country that they dollar don't even equal 2 cents in America, man. You know, so who was very high, man?
Yeah.
You know, cause who runs America, man? Esau, Edom, man.
Who regulates the value system of the dollar? You know.
It said, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Yeah. How many so-called black-owned banks that gives loans to Edomites. All right, it's the other way around, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They give loans to whole country, man. The IMF.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's their hustle.
Yep.
Give a loan to a starving country, make that country indebted to your loan, man.
Gun.
Through the central banking system. All right.
And it said, "He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail," man.
Yep.
So who's the head and who's the tail right now, man? Because it said we will be the tail, all right, for disobedience, man. It said Israel will be the tail for disobedience. So one thing that sticks out on the 12 tribes charts is you see all those nations are impoverished, man. All those nations, all right, are looked at as the minority, you know, as a byword, you know, the nation not desired, as the scriptures say, man, you know, the tail, man, you know. But Esau, you know, he has his hands in every resource on the planet Earth, man. You know, between America, Britain, France, Germany, you know, that's who's getting the money off these resources in these plush lands across the planet Earth, man. Going back to his blessing he got is Isaac, man. You know, the fatness of the earth, man. You know, you're in the scriptures, but you just playing the wrong part, like the elder brothers getting into, man. All right, you are living out the blessing of Esau, man. You live by the sword, and you have the fatness of the earth, man. You know, that's you, man.
I'm gonna get this scripture real quick.
Come.
Since you brought that out in Deuteronomy, how the stranger is gonna be brought very high, we're gonna be brought very low.
Come.
Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses. That is a stranger that is within us that's gotten very high in status. All right. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, are currently walking as servants. Literally, they're employees. They started out as slaves. Now they're digital and modern day slaves. They're employees, walking upon the earth, working for the servants. Esau was a natural born servant. He's not ready to rule, man. He'll never be ready to rule. All right.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 33, starting verse 28, and it said, "Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine," going back to the blessing that Jacob received from Isaac, "and also his heaven shall drop down dew." You know, so it said Israel shall dwell in safety alone, man. Yeah. All right, and you Israelis over there, man, you're not dwelling in safety, man.
Even the real Israelites that was in the United States started under Ben Ami, all right, they not dwelling in Israel alone. Mm-hmm. They got the Philistine Jews of Ethiopia there. They got the so-called Israeli Jews over there. All right, they got Ishmael fighting them over that land. So you're not dwelling in Israel alone. So that doesn't even fit you. We gotta wait on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to get delivered out of America, all right, and get brought back to Israel. All right.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and 10. It says, Jeremiah 31:10. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles far off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keeping him as a shepherd doeth his flock." You know, so that never happened, man. When did this great gathering happen, man?
Yeah.
All right, because you had those Jews, all right, those so-called Jews, those fake Jews, you know, they were just implanted in that land, man. You know, they wasn't gathered, you know, by the Lord, man. You know what the prophecy say will happen, man. You know, they was planted there, man. You know, and it said, "For the Lord have redeemed Jacob and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he," man.
And that hadn't happened yet. We still held ransom in America. All right.
I got one more.
Okay, come on.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. "Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall be no more said, the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north."
Where's that? It's America, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not someplace in Europe.
Come.
All right.
"And from all the lands whither he had driven them."
Yeah, what about the scattered Israelites?
Mm-hmm.
He took y'all from it took you from to Europe to Israel. What about the scattered Israelites, man? All right.
And it said, and I will bring them again into the lands that I gave unto their fathers. You know, so when is this recording of the second Exodus, man? You know, why are we still talking about LeBron James, you know, playing for the Lakers? Why isn't the second Exodus of Israel the hot topic, man? The big topic on the planet Earth, man. You know?
God.
So,
Hey, go ahead, bro.
Just let you know, all right, none of these things have happened yet, man.
You still got discrimination videos all over YouTube. Black in Baghdad treated like crap.
Yeah.
Blacks in East Indian treated like crap. Because the scattered Israelites are still scattered. We're going to close it out with Ezekiel 36:8.
36:8.
God.
All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 8. But ye, O mountains of Israel, you shall not shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel.
Yeah, you should now shoot forth your branches.
Oh, shalak. This is Ezekiel 36:8. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come.
So the Most High is literally talking to the land saying, deck yourself out for the interests of Israel. Do you know how many fruit and vegetation that used to grow in Israel that doesn't grow in Israel now? Because Israel used to be a plush land. All right? So the Most High is saying, telling the actual land of Israel to prepare yourself for the real Israelites are at hand to come. So that hasn't been fulfilled yet. Right now, the prophecy hasn't been fulfilled. So where it says a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. All right, your land should be divided. But this scripture where it says the Israelites are at hand to come, that's in the works now. First, we have to wake up entirely. Hey, but you had any closing statements?
No, it was it, bro.
Hey, with that, I hope your brothers are edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. We want to give double honors to our apostles and great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. To the next lesson, Shalom.
Shalom.